If you give up every time things do not work your way, right? If you give up at any slight inconvenience, maybe you didn't want it as bad as you actually thought that you did. It could be business, it could be school, it could be work. I'm not being unreasonable that there are other reasons why you could drop out or leave things or change your mind and all of that. But I have videos on that where I say that exiting and sometimes giving up is sometimes an option in certain scenarios. That knowing when to exit is something that we should allow people to, right? So that's not what I'm talking about. So it could be that job, that it could be content creation, it could be YouTube, it could be work, it could be school. I'm saying that everything is hard. Everything is hard. Building a business is hard. Schooling is hard. Content creation is hard. YouTube is hard. Every single thing we do every day is already hard. It's hard enough. But the question is, do you really want it? And how bad do you think that you want that thing? Hello, my name is Chamaka Okebu. I make content that caters to young people, career, lifestyle, and all of that. You're welcome to my channel. If you're new, please do subscribe. If you're already subscribed, grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your wine, and let's sit down and discuss. Today, we're talking about how bad do you really want it and how starting out can be difficult. I'll be giving some of my life experience. Okay. Okay. So first things first, I have done a couple of things in my life that I thought it was what I was going to do. There was a time I thought I was going to be a makeup artist, and soon enough I realized that no, it wasn't for me. I think I've shared details about that on my channel. Yeah. I have sold hair, human hair. It was a really good business until dollars started playing itself. It was just hard to continue because of where I was sourcing my hair from and all of that. So I'm saying this because I want to say that it's okay to sometimes quit, but starting out was hard. Even with the hair business, starting out, it was hard. It was so difficult. It was crazy. In fact, it felt like everything was everywhere. Customer experience, social media management, like doing everything. And the ultimate goal is to still make sales, irrespective of all of those things you're doing, the branding and all of that. It was hard. Makeup was also hard starting out. Now you see a lot of makeup artists who go to work, like drive down to their client's place, or they have a shop, a studio, or you see makeup artists um who take Uber to their location. That is the sweet part. But starting out, where do you want to see money to take Uber? Depending on how you're starting though. For people who are not starting on a premium level, where do you want to see money that will put you on Uber, right? Carrying your bags, jumping bus, jumping bike, meeting clients who do not respect you, who think that you are just a pro house help to them, meeting all those dynamics, right? It sort of makes you want to run mad. But if you push on like against that all those things that you are experiencing, it gets better. That's the same way with the corporate world. When you start, you go one quiz, right? Because you're essentially new. Actually, if you don't have prior experience, it's crazy. Although that's very dependent on your boss, but it's crazy. Getting before you even get the job, it's another crazy experience of its own that yeah, I think we've talked about that a lot, and a lot of us has experienced it. It's crazy on its own. So we already have that experience. Yeah, perhaps some of us are experiencing it, and I know soon enough we'll give our testimony. But I'm saying that starting anything is hard. Even people who are starting families, friendships, it could start on a rocky ground. Like sustaining it is hard. Right? This is just to give a background to kind of things, right? That how hard things can be, especially starting out. So it's important that you remember that achievement comes from hard work. You've got to do the work, you've got to do the grunt work, you've got to do the the grassroots work. You've got to form a foundation. You're building a foundation for your future, a foundation that you can rely on, right? You have to do the work. That's just the only way. There's no way around it. If someone does the work from you, you end up not gaining experience, you end up not having achievements, you end up not having things to say you have done during the course of your life, during the course of your career, during the course of your business. Okay. So you need to do the work. You need to do the work. Even if you are paying, the thing is, if you're running a business people know that even if you're paying someone to do something for you, you would still have to be some sort of hands on in that business. That's the only way for these things to work, because you also want to learn. In as much as paying someone, you always also want to learn, get that experience, yeah, so that you're not blank in that field entirely. Okay, so even the celebs you see today, they did not just start. There's the days of wannabe, there's the days that you don't see, the basically known as the unknown days, where nobody knows them, nobody knows their father. I'll give you for example, when I started my YouTube, I can go one day 6 views. That's all I have, right? So 24 hours, the video has been uploaded, 6 views. And maybe that views from my roommates, my friends who are just trying to encourage me. Then over time, it did get better. Right now, it's better. As of last year, I wanted to quit. I thought about it. Yes, I did. Thought about quitting YouTube, but here I am, still here. So it doesn't mean there won't be times that you wouldn't want to just be like, "Oh, more everybody get out, I'm done." There would be times. Thought about quitting YouTube. Corporate world 9 to 5, you've thought about quitting it. If you are in 9 to 5, you've not thought about quitting. Okay. You must be really having fun. So yeah, I've thought about, so I'm just saying that there's a quitting days. There's a days where you just want to give up. So it's why I say you need to remember the home you're from. Certain things sort of encourages you to do more. Something that encourages me is when I remember the home that I'm from. I remember that I'm not as privileged as a lot of people might be. I remember that there are people depending on me to see me succeed as well. Um, there are people looking up to me and myself. I owe it to my own self to do great things. Yeah, you need to remember the home you're from. That would help you every single time along the way. Even my MBA, there was a time I wanted to give up. Okay, oh, I pushed through. And one thing that helped me there was remembering how far I have come and the home I'm from. We know they give up for my house, so that was not an option. And not coming out with a very good grade was not an option from the kind of home that I'm from. So yeah, so that's it. The second thing I would say is remember why you started. Why did you even start in the first place? All right. Why did you start? That would keep you, it sort of helps you stay focused on whatever you're doing, keeps you grounded in what you're doing, because you remember that there's a reason you didn't just start because you started. So even if sometimes you started whatever you're doing just because, somewhere along the line you would find why you actually started. You find purpose in what you're doing, right? That purpose will be what would keep you. So why did you start? What do you hope to achieve? Why are you here? You've put in so much energy at least to get that job. You've put in so much energy to learn that skill. It means that you wanted something. What exactly was the goal? Was it money? Money motivates. I'm not someone who tell you that money does motivate people. Beyond that money, there's also another thing, right? But money is a major, especially given the time we're in where things are very expensive, life is hard on its own. Money is a very big motivating factor. So you need to, what motivates you? And if it's only money, you know that you can get money from a lot of things, right? A lot of work. But what is that actual thing that you can hold on to say, this is why I started. This is what motivates me beyond money. Because if you quit this, you can get another thing that would pay you. But why did you pick this over others? That's what I would say. And if you're tired, take a rest. Rest is okay. Take a break if you have to. That's absolutely fine. If you have to take a break, take a break. And if you're running YouTube, a business, and a 9 to 5, it's okay to take identify which is your main hustle, which is your side hustle. All right. And take a break from the one that you can always take a break and come back to. People take a break from corporate world. Sometimes it's not so easy to bounce back in the corporate world if you are taking a break. But if you know that you can bounce back, maybe it's not your, there are people whose 9 to 5 is not their major point, right? See, it's a side hustle for them. It's passive. So if you know that's the passive one for you, take a break. If it's YouTube, take a break for a while and then rest. Know that there's life outside beyond this. Rest and then come back, come back to it, or just relax a little. It's absolutely fine. Don't guilt trip yourself. Um, One thing I know is that when you relax, you're refreshed. You're able to think clearly and give it all your best. Have people that you rant to. I always talk about this on my channel. Who do you talk to? Who supports you? Who pushes you? It's very, very important. So have people that you rant to about how you're feeling, so you don't bottle it up and then get depressed, get emotional. Like, talk to people who your friends who actually care about you, so that they can remind you why you started, and they can give you advice here and there on what to do and how to go about it. Um, Talking actually helps. If a problem shared, a problem half solved. I think that you should talk to people if you're tired. Have people that you can talk to, you can rant to. All you just need most times is just for someone to listen to you. You don't even need advice sometimes. You just need to let it out. Once you let it out, you will not come back and you find some sort of comfort. You be a bit refreshed in whatever you're doing. Take it from me, tested and trusted. Talk to someone. You would see the magic that works. But more importantly, please talk to someone sensible. Sensible. Sensible being the word. Because sensible people are sometimes realistic. Some of your crazy friends will generally ask you to give up, say you self don't try. Alright, there are crazy fellows like that. But talk to you. That's what I'm saying. Talk to your sensible friends, okay? And remember that as you're talking to people, remember that last is your dream. Not everybody will believe in you. Not everybody will believe that it will work out. But the worst thing that will happen is if you also do not believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, so that when they advise you, you can then make an informed decision. If someone is advising you to continue, but you know that it doesn't make sense anymore to continue, then it's okay to give up. You have to also trust your own instincts, right? So your friend's advice will only guide you, but it's not going to be the almighty for you. So even when people do not believe in you, believe in yourself. That's what I would say. Because ultimately, if it doesn't work out, nobody will beat you. It just didn't work out. The worst, and that's the worst that will happen. It just wouldn't work out. So I'm saying this because um starting out can be very, very dicey. Going to a new country, going to a new place, like the length and breadth of it. So far, it is something you're being introduced to that is entirely new. It can be tiring, but the best thing you do for yourself is to remind yourself why you're here, why you started in the first place, why you took this leap of faith to even start. That would keep you going and propel you forward. So I'm making this video out there for somebody who is starting out but finding it quite difficult, thinking of giving up. This is me saying you can do it. Think again about why you started. Recalibrate. Talk to someone so you don't get depressed. Seek advice, seek support. Okay? Now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chimaka Okeba. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would see you in my next video. Bye, guys.